Yeah, we can get back to the thing that you said you wanted to say about.
No, I don't want to rehash that, dude. I don't want to rehash that. I'm off the thread now. I can't just jump back onto threads. It has to be natural.
Yeah.
That's why I don't bring stuff up often. Is because like, or bring up like a topic. It just like I never do that in a conversation. I think the best way to know if someone is if a conversation is interesting to both people is if you end up getting there. You know what I mean? Like if I just say, hey, let's talk about this.
Yeah. Well, that's how. Yeah.
It's like, what if I don't give a shit?
But doesn't someone have to do that?
No.
Like
no, it gets there. It gets to like there's like some like emergent phenomenon where like two people conversing converge on the most interesting thing to both of them.
Maybe
that's the thing that happens in conversation. I think that's maybe it's almost like a thermodynamic law. It's like
maybe we have that happen quite a bit.
We do.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's like what I most enjoy. I mean, I think that's how conversation should go. It's like that's why maybe I
love hanging out with this person because we always just talk about what we both want to be talking about.
Yeah.
Instead of talking, dude, fuck, man. I feel like I don't know how much experience you've had with this, but like when part of working in an office is there are a bunch of people that I work with that I am forced to be pleasant to because I interact with them every day.
Yeah.
And so everybody kind of understands that there's this forced pleasantness that you have to do. And, you know, you go fill up your cup of water or you go get a cup of coffee or you go get like a snack from the kitchen and you have these like kind of, you interact with people and you have to be nice. And maybe sometimes it's so funny to be like sitting at my desk and working on and like listen to these conversations and you're just like, you're analyzing like.
It's like they don't give a shit about what they're talking about.
No, and you're trying to figure out which one cares less. About what they're saying, and you're listening to like you're trying to like read all the subtext of what they're saying, and like okay, what does that mean? But what does that actually mean? And what does this? And you kind of like you want to make people feel good, so you're thinking, what does this person want to talk about? Because that feels so good when you can like interact with someone and say something in a way. My way that I go about it usually is I say something that's like so either like calloused or real or transparent that it's like not typical of normal conversation.
Yeah.
Like I just kind of cut through
shock.
Yes. Yeah. That's how I kind of try to create a sense of safety. Like I'm going to say a personal thing about myself or this or that like someone wouldn't usually say to let you know that like I don't give a fuck and it doesn't matter and like you can say what you want and like this is just a situation that we're dealing with. Kind of how I'm talking to you about this now. Like I'll say this to like a coworker. Like there was an interaction that I told you about where I was like filling up my cup of coffee and someone comes up to me and I was like it was early in the morning. I'm filling it up and she's just like and she saw me like kind of bummed out or something or looking tired or whatever, just like my face, you know, filling up my cup of coffee. And she asked me, oh, did you like not sleep that much last night? And I looked at her and I said, no, I just don't fake my enthusiasm.
Yeah. Which I love, dude.
And she said, I wish I was more like that.
Yes. Yes, dude.
Which could have been backhanded. Or maybe not.
No,
but like, I don't care
it's not,
because
dude.
I was
that
just like,
so
this is
freeing.
just where I'm at right now.
That is so freeing.
You get where I'm at. I'm not going to be anywhere but where I'm at.
Yeah.
So deal with it. So, but it's so fun to like to break through that and to have like in those bullshit scenarios to have a real conversation with someone about something that you care about and that they care about. That's what you want to get to.
Yeah.
Just to have that moment where it's like, okay, we're not doing the whole, because most of the time it's like, what I realize is people want to talk about themselves. It's like, that's the thing that you can get the most fired up about is like, but you know, I was thinking about that too.
Your
like,
own ideas.
I think the reason why that is because it's way easier for me to talk about something that I'm passionate about or something that's on my mind than to try to figure out how to ask you what might be relevant in your world, in your mind, because I don't know your mind. So that's a much more challenging task, is to get that out of someone else as opposed to just, word vomiting out something that's just like part of my world, what my kid is doing, what I have going on later tonight, what the fucking weather is.
Yeah.
Like those are easy spitball kind of things.
Yeah, which are boring and meaningless. But.
So fucking boring. So it's fun when you can like really break through and get to the thing that like they care about.
Yeah.
But also you care about.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think it maybe just takes like actual intentionality. And like, it does take a concerted effort because, like, especially in a work setting, no one's expecting that. Everyone's in a kind of mode of small talk, of meaningless talk.
Because you have to be there, and you're thinking about all the things you want to be doing when you're not there.
Yeah, but it's more like the situation of like you all work together, so you all have to kind of be cordial.
Right.
And so it's this like performative kind of thing. So everyone's in a performative mode. Like no one's even prepared for depth or anything shocking.
No.
So like, I mean, maybe like the shocking thing is, especially in that context, maybe is a good way to get people out of that.
I love it.
I don't know.
I love doing it.
It works at work.
I love shock value, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do all the time. And just to see people's faces and see their laugh and they're like, no way he just said that.
Yeah.
It makes me happy. Because I'm like, what fucking bubble are you all living in? Like, it doesn't matter. Like everybody's thinking the same thing.
Funny.
Everybody's like, staying up late, doing what they're doing on the nights, and they're like, fuck, I gotta go to work tomorrow. And they go to work and they dress up and they put on their cologne and stuff, and they're like, I haven't taken a shit all day. Or like something, everyone's like kind of thinking or dealing with the same stuff.
Yeah.
Like, there's like life things.
Dude, yeah, that's one of the things that was like so shitty about moving from one of my old jobs. I worked in a warehouse for a long time, and warehouse people, dude, I love. I mean, I haven't worked on like construction crews or anything like that. I mean, a little bit, but I haven't worked a lot of blue collar jobs. But dude, warehouse people, I fucking enjoyed that so much, dude. They're like so like, they're just people with like character, like, I mean, not character in like a moral sense. I mean, maybe that too, but like character, like they're, like we would always say that like the thing that the shit that goes on here could be a TV show, dude.
Yeah.
It was just like, there were all these characters that we all had these like caricatures of in our minds. Like they were just so full of life and character and charm. And even the people who were like performative and who were trying to be more than something else, is like, that was part of them, dude.
Right. Yeah. You're like, bro, you're working in a warehouse. Like, chill out.
Yeah. That kind of like all their quirks and idiosyncrasies was like part of them. Yeah. It was so real. And I love that. And when I moved into sales, dude, it was like cardboard cutouts, dude.
Humanity's gone. Yeah.
It was like cardboard cutouts.
Yeah.
Dude. It was like everyone is like the same. Everyone is being too proper. The conversations we would have in the warehouse. I mean, we talk about whatever we'd like, make fun of all kinds of shit that like in polite society you shouldn't make fun of. Like we'd be shitty and like do pranks and like fuck with people. Like there was one where, this is so bad at the time I remember this was like actually scary. We had a shitty manager, like a warehouse manager that got hired at some point, who like had all these initiatives that were like kind of meaningless. One of them was to like clean the warehouse floors. Yeah. The floors were like clean enough, but he wanted to he got like a floor cleaner, like a ride-on floor cleaner. And it was just kind of like, it was dumb. Like the floors were dusty and dirty. We're not going to get clean. Like if they actually wanted to be clean, they would have to like sand them down and like scrub them and like seal them. And we weren't doing that. We were just doing a meaningless thing with this floor cleaner. And so I just took it as an opportunity to just like kind of screw around at the end of the day and just like cruise around on the floor cleaner. Yeah. And Kevin, one of my favorite guys there, dude. Kevin one day was fucking with me. He was chasing me on the forklift with it. And he was getting like dangerously close to me, dude. We were just like ripping through the aisles. And I mean, like, if our like bosses found out about that, we would have been like in huge trouble. But like, that's the kind of shit that like just would never happen in like anything of that caliber. It would not happen in the sales thing. Like everyone is just, it's so safe. It's so polite and cordial, and also so like, to me, transparently fake. I think to everyone else it is too. I think everyone, for whatever reason,
everyone knows it. Everybody knows it.
I think maybe just because it's easier to deal with like known fakeness, everyone just puts up with it or something. But like
it is easy.
Maybe it's easier. I don't know.
It forces you into your inner world, where all of a sudden, it's like we all have this perceived outer world that we're all navigating because we know the rules of that. And then behind the veil of that is all of our inner worlds that we're navigating that no one else can really see.
You're saying like the salespeople side is that?
Yes. Yeah. Are you saying you don't believe there's even a world behind the world you're seeing and it's just fucking nothing and it's all just cardboard?
I don't know. I mean, that's some of the perception that I get like of some of these people is that they're just like brainwashed kind of.
I think, but I mean, maybe there's a comfort in that. There's a sort of comfort in this is just what I do.
Don't think about anything,
right,
I guess.
Right. Some people, I think maybe like
I don't
there's
know.
reasons why that's maybe a good thing, I think, for some people.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I got to pee.
Yeah. I got to pee too, actually. What were we talking about, though? The freaking...
just working warehouse jobs and bullshitting around.
Yeah.
I did the same thing, man. I had a bunch of blue-collar jobs, and I loved it, man. I just loved, like, I was so attached to reality when I was doing it.
Yeah.
Like, when I was landscaping, I was so attuned to what the characteristics of the summer were. Like, was it a rainy summer? Was it a humid summer? Was it hot? Was it cloud? I got obsessed with clouds for some reason because I was just so attuned to the humidity level and how that made clouds look. When I was just outside every single day, sweating, picking stuff up, putting it back down. I loved it.
Yeah,
in a way.
Yeah. I mean, there's downsides. I mean, like, there's things that during when I was in the warehouse, I know I was like, this sucks. But now, I mean, maybe that's like everything.
What is
you look
the thing
back with
about
rose-colored
that?
glasses,
Like, in hindsight, it's something about a blue-collar job. I'm just like, I mean, one of the things I remember is, I mean, I would mulch and dig and have my boss yell at me and all this stuff for 5 days, 55 hours. And then I would literally drive home. I would drive around all day on the job driving an F-350, huge ass truck with a trailer behind it.
Yeah.
Get back to the lot, park it, dump the mulch, dump the rocks, whatever, and dump the stone, and get in my tiny little Nissan Altima. Get on the highway, put the fucking sunroof down, put the windows down, and cruise, crank the music. I'd be drenched in sweat and covered in mulch stains, and I would just scream euphoria at the top of my lungs. Like, I have not experienced that level of satisfaction a single day at my job now that's making twice as much money.
Yeah.
Twice as much money, and I don't feel any of the same satisfactions I felt working that landscaping job.
Yeah, there's something about the physical aspect of it, I think, that's really critical and I think like intrinsically satisfying to us. Like I don't really think that we're made for so much abstract mental effort stuff.
No.
I really don't think... I think it's a little bit foreign. I think it's a little bit like making a certain part of our brain that's only supposed to be working so much work like way more and sacrificing the other part that should be working way more, and that's just like it's just getting depressed.
We're going to become those big-headed aliens. That's going to be us.
Yeah.
Like, our heads are going to get massive. It's going to get weird.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that.
I was volunteering at a farm over the summer. So that's the funny thing is I'm doing this corporate cubicle desk computer job now, and one day a year we all do this United Way Day of Caring, it's called, where we all volunteer at different volunteer things around the city. And I always go work on a farm just to kind of have another day to appreciate being out. And I was doing that this year, and we were planting some plants and digging in the dirt. And I was with other volunteers, and we were talking about why it's like satisfying to do that. And someone said that there's an actual chemical reaction that happens in your brain or something when you put your hands in dirt.
Yeah.
That is therapeutic.
Yeah.
Like or it's maybe something to do that's within the dirt. When your hands make contact with the dirt, there's something that happens.
Yeah.
That releases some sort of like anti-stress hormone in your body. I don't know all of the details of it, but it is a literal chemical therapeutic thing to put your hands in the dirt.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah. I mean, this feels good. I
Right.
don't know why, but it feels right.
I know. I mean, there's this whole meme about like guys just want to big dig holes. Have you seen this stuff?
Big dig holes.
No. Guys just want to dig big holes.
Wow. Dude, it sounded like you fucked that up.
Did I fuck it up? I might have.
I might just be freaking drunk or something, but it
Maybe I
sounded
did.
like dig big holes. That
Dig
sounded
big-
wrong.
Yeah.
Dig big holes.
Maybe I said it wrong. I don't know.
I don't think you did. I'm just being stupid.
But like, I mean, if you ever went to the beach and just dug a big hole?
Dude, yes. When I was like 8, my mom was like, that's way too big. You guys got to like fill it back in. We
This
got in trouble.
is what guys universally like to do. There was
That's
like,
what we want to do. Yeah.
there was like a, this is like a,
Let's just dig a
yeah.
big hole.
I saw it was like a screenshot of like a maybe Facebook post or Instagram post. I think it was a Facebook post or some forum, something. It was like some girl was like, is it true that like guys want to dig big holes? And like the comments just flooding of guys like, yo, why are we digging a big hole? Like, oh, yes. And then there's like girls who are like, yeah, my boyfriend, I asked my boyfriend this. He said, absolutely, yes. It's like the best thing.
I'd love to.
Yeah. And like, it's very, I mean, there's this thing, I wish I could remember the name of it. I heard about it. There was some woman who's giving a talk about something related to this. I want to say it's effectance,
Yeah.
but I swear there's a different name for it that she said that I can't remember. But it's this desire, it's like, it's this desire to, that is particularly manifested in men, a desire to take actions and then see their results play out in the physical world. So like, for instance, I mean, another one that universally men love to do, if you ever lived like in the country or whatever, and there's a dead tree, knocking down a dead tree, dude,
Yeah.
is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That shit rocks, dude.
Yeah.
Smashing rocks or something, or digging a big hole, building a tower.
You can do something and see like the repercussions of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, this is another guy core kind of thing. Like, there's two of them. I get these somewhat regularly. It'll be like someone will have like a big sheet of like ice or something. They'll pick off their car or something and smash it on the ground.
Yeah.
It all shatters.
Yeah.
The other one is like people dropping rocks into water.
Dude, that's the
big
best one. Or
splashes.
like seeing
Yeah.
a big ass rock tumble down a hill.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of guys just like a bunch of dudes
Yeah.
like get it and push it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, yes. And it's just
Yeah.
rolling. You're
Yeah.
like, whoa, dude.
And like girls, I don't think get that, which is so crazy.
I wonder what the female version of that is. It's probably like collecting a bunch of things.
Ooh,
Like,
that's
look at,
true,
like,
dude.
look at all these things I have.
Bro, that is so true. I bet that is like the actual analog.
Yeah, like look at all my purses or like my
Girls
things of
do love
makeup.
collecting
All like
things.
the makeup on the vanity, like all the
Yeah.
different like cosmetic things. You know, having all those
Yeah.
maybe is like a version of there's something satisfying about having like a new like skin cleanser. Oh my god, dude, a new skin cleanser or something like, you know.
That's funny. Yeah, I bet yeah, girls get the content that's like this is my makeup collection or my nail polish collection, and they're
A
like,
collection.
oh.
And that's just like I mean, one of my friends, Kai, who you'll have to meet sometime. He's like he has this thing where he boils down humanity to just like all we do is move things.
yeah,
Our entire existence is just moving things, and we get this, we acquire this thing, or we go out and we get this thing, and we bring it back to where we live, and we move it around a bunch of times, and then maybe we like get rid of it, you know, and that's, we're just moving this from here to there, and also going to break it down like the guy is the one who is sent out to go get the thing, and the guy gets it and he brings it back, and then the girl puts it where it's supposed to be.
true.
And arranges it with all the other things that you brought back in a way that looks nice.
Yeah, I'm just picturing like birds doing this. I'm like, this is
Right.
like,
And
it's
then,
so funny.
And then
but-
like they do
yeah.
that, and the home is beautiful because the girl
yep.
put all the things where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then she gets rid of, and then she says, you know what, take that out.
This is trash.
No, this is done
And
now.
the guy takes
and
the
the guy
trash.
takes it out.
Yeah.
And then she's like, go get this thing because this thing is better. And the guy goes and gets it. He brings it back, and then you have it in the home.
That's so funny.
That's what it is, dude. We're just moving things around. And
Yeah.
so like the sweater you're wearing right now, like you got it from somewhere. You're gonna
did.
move it
Salvation
around for
Army.
a while. You're gonna store it, and then you're gonna like maybe like stop moving it around someday. That's just what our whole existence is, just moving things around.
It's true. but they have meaning.
Yeah.
It's true. But yeah, what were we talking about before the big holes thing?
I don't know, blue collar jobs.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Euphoria
yeah. I
of-
mean, I think that there's. I've been thinking about this a little bit recently, to be honest. With like, I mean, and some of my jobs are blue collar jobs. Like they're like I do a lot of painting. I have been thinking about this with respect to the job that I do have. My real job is
Yeah.
very, very cognitive load heavy, and I mean, I was hesitant to take it on when I did at the start. Partially for that reason, partially because like the pay was not that great, but like my dad needed the help with it. But as I've been continuing to do it, like, I mean, we talked about this a little bit. Like, I feel like I just need to figure out an exit plan for it because like the cognitive load that it puts on, like, I need to be doing a job where I can think about other stuff.
Yeah.
Like I even if I'm not thinking about other stuff, like I need a job where I can be like not like letting my mind rest even. Like at this job, it's just like it's thinking, it's writing, it's reading, and I mean, you know, I don't like reading.
No.
And it's like comprehensive reading. It's not like skimming
Yeah,
stuff.
you don't want to be. You're not. I feel like you're not like locked in. You don't want to be locked in like that.
No, I mean, I'm just not built for it.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
It's not a cam job.
No, it's not. I don't know how this got on what my job's going to be, but I don't know. I got to figure that out. I don't know. I guess I want something that's. I want something that I can. I don't know. Be free mind wise. I mean, this is a crazy thing, but I did think about. At some point a few months ago, I wrote down like, what are my interests? What are my skills? You know, what does a good life look like? You know, what kind of like, I was basically thinking like, what kind of like business or entrepreneurial venture would I want to start and commit to? And one of the things that I came up with is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu gym.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I
dude.
love jiu-jitsu, dude. I have not done it in so long, but I miss it very much. And there's so many things that I loved about it. Like there's the physical aspect, obviously. Like just I have not been doing nearly as much physical activity as I should be.
Dude,
I know.
It's
I know.
the mental
I know,
effects
I
of
gotta get back
physical
to it.
activity are insane.
Yeah, yeah.
Just how much better you feel. It's like I'm depressed. Oh, I just go lift weights for an hour. Now I just somehow feel amazing and I'm like incredibly productive after.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like I found out I was lifting weights for a long time before I had to like make dinner for myself. And the crazy weird thing is if you're like a dumb idiot, you think that lifting weights makes you tired. So after you lift weights, you will be tired. And I'm not saying dumb. I'm just saying like a plain rational point of view would
like,
think that.
Yeah.
You're
spending energy. You're probably out of energy. You're
right.
tired. Yeah.
But there's this backwards thing where you go to the gym and you lift weights, and then you come home and somehow you're like energized.
You got momentum.
And you're in this mode, right? You have momentum of productivity. I just did a thing. I come back. What's the next thing I got to do? And then you do the next thing, and you do the next thing, and you do the next thing, and then you do that, and you're like, oh, I had a productive day, and now I'm tired. And I'm fulfilled.
But exactly. At the end of the day, you're like going to sleep and you're like, damn, I crushed it.
I fucking did it.
I
And-
squeezed every bit of juice out of today.
Yes, and there's just some chemical thing that happens in your brain when you expend that energy and you sweat and you feel your muscles get bigger and you're just like,
Yeah,
it
dude,
just feels good.
Again, this is what we're supposed to be doing. I mean, but like people are sitting in chairs and like
You go home, you wonder, why am I upset? Why is
Yeah.
this TV not making me happy? Why is Instagram not making me happy?
Ah,
Go
yeah.
pick something up and put it back down while you look at yourself in the mirror for an hour,
Yeah.
and somehow you feel better. I can't explain it. I don't understand it. It's not logical.
Yeah.
It just is.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty well backed up by research. That I mean, there's so many benefits to it. It's
I tell my mom,
we're-
I'm just like,
we're
I don't even
made to do
understand
that.
it. I just
Yeah.
feel good after I lift weights.
Yeah.
It's like doing drugs or something. It's like
Yeah.
better than that.
Yeah.
It's like a
Well,
natural.
you got to get.
It's
there's
a
better
natural
drugs. You gotta get better
high.
drugs. Yeah. I remember when I was doing for a while. There's a YouTuber that I followed, for a crypto YouTuber. He would do live streams every morning, at 9 o'clock, whenever markets open. I think it was 9 o'clock. I think they opened at 9. And he would do a live stream every morning. And every morning I would listen to the live stream while I worked out. And I was lifting like super heavy. I really enjoy lifting heavy. It's very, very fun.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about my setup with the paint cans? The curling paint cans?
I don't think so. What
So
did you do?
I didn't have any weights or anything.
Okay.
So in the basement, my bedroom was in like the finished basement of the house that I was living at. I had a bunch of paint cans because painting with them, and I used them as weights because I didn't have any weights. So I had like the bottom of a sweater I like cut off because it was like thick, like heavy material, and I would like string it through the paint bucket handles, and I would use it to curl the paint buckets.
Nice.
And so that was my really jank setup. It was super fun, and I don't know how much weight it got up to, but I was curling like
maybe 3 gallons, 4 gallons.
Oh, more than that. It was like 5, maybe like 5.5 or something gallons. I don't know how much they weigh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got up to like curling, like one arm curling like 5 or 6 paint cans or something, and that was super fun, dude. Like it was low reps. I mean, I wouldn't do 30 of those in a row. I would probably do like, I don't know, maybe 7 or something of those.
6 or 7, yeah.
Something like, yeah. Jesus Christ, dude. It's so bad. It's so bad.
What do you mean?
No, it's just like, I mean, it's in my mind as well. It's just like, I didn't think, it's just 6 or 7 curls with 6 paint cans, 7 reps. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I gotta get back to that, dude. It's good for me. I've been neglecting. You know what I've been doing? I've been doing push-ups though.
That's good.
Which is just a start. It's really just a start, but I'll just do 20 push-ups. Like throughout the day, I'll just do sets of 20 push-ups.
Yeah. That's great.
Because I'm going to get back into it more seriously. Because I'm living. Did I tell you that I don't have a roommate now? I don't think.
Yeah, you're fucking you got a house, bro.
I have a whole house to myself, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm gonna set up like a
gym.
So kind of, yeah, because we did a bunch of work the other day about clearing out the basement because the basement was full of a bunch of like my roommates' old stuff. Even like multiple roommates ago, like their stuff is still down there.
You guys did the move out.
Yeah, we did a good chunk of that like a couple days ago, but we got more to do. Okay. But once that's cleared out, I think I'm gonna set the basement up to be like more of a real workout space. Because really, like, that's the biggest excuse I have is that like I have to go somewhere to work out, which is like just a barrier that I can just remove, and I will work out. I'll make a routine out of it and do it if I have a space that's conducive for it. I just don't at this point. Yeah. So. Yeah, I was thinking of making a jiu-jitsu gym.
Oh, yeah.
I just remember that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Because I think the things about that I would like is obviously jiu-jitsu. I would love to be able to do that. And if I own it, I could probably get classes for, discount at least. And because the classes are freaking expensive, dude. Like there's a great place in Liverpool called Tai Kai. They're super, super great. I love the community there, the people there, the instructors. But the membership for like an all-class pass, meaning you can go to all the classes whenever you want, is $200. It was like $220
a month.
A month.
Oh God, that's
for
fucking rich people.
It's like maybe $210 or something. It was $220.
That's for rich people.
It's a lot. It's expensive.
What is the deal?
They're a very, very good gym, though. I will say, but it was a lot, and I paid for that for. No, I think I did. I bought like a 20 class pass, which was. I forgot how much that was, but yeah, it's pretty expensive, but I super, super enjoyed it. But one of the things that gave me, and I think would give me even more if I was there more consistently and for longer term, is like a community, especially of like-minded people, and particularly people who, like, for whatever reason, jiu-jitsu has there's a kind of like vibe, like a philosophical, intellectual vibe of jiu-jitsu people. Yep. And also just people who care about their bodies and are like intentional and like thoughtful.
It's almost it's like a religion kind of.
Yeah, there's some kind of aspect to it that's more than just the physical like doing of the thing.
Yeah.
And I just want to be around those people. And I don't know. So I was thinking about doing that. I don't know if I'm going to do that though.
The only
maybe
caution...
I'll do that. I'm going to move to Colorado and do that maybe.
I mean, I think that would be awesome to have that community. I mean, the gym that I've been lifting at for a while, it's crazy. Actually, the guy just died recently at like 40 years old. But it was owned by a few people who I think they're just weightlifters that wanted to have a really nice gym to go to and be a part of. And they said, well, why don't we just start our own?
Yeah.
And they did. They made it 24-hour access. They got all this really nice equipment. And I would go work out. I had a very specific routine. And they were there like all the time. And they'd be like on the elliptical. They'd be talking.
Yeah.
Maybe they'd be lifting something. And it's like now they created the space that they wanted.
Right. Dude, it's so crazy how like, I think there's so many people who want to start things, think so much about like what do other people want? Like what is the need of the market and stuff like that. And like, I think there's not nothing to that, but I really think there's so much and it's so overlooked and underrated. Like just look into yourself, like what do you want to see exist?
Yeah.
Like the odds that you're the only person who wants that is extremely low. Like there's just so many people. Like, I mean, it might be a niche market, but it's like, it's not like nobody wants that,
Yeah.
And something like that, like there are people who there's probably a lot of bad gyms. There's probably a lot of people who are like, I want a good gym to, have good community and, this certain kind of vibe to it. And like,
well, that's why this one's
good
is because it was started by weightlifters. By bodybuilders.
Right. It's people who know what they're talking. It's not some guy, not some business guy.
No, it's not business. It's
Right.
I want to have my own gym with equipment that I like, with mirrors set up the way that I like them.
Right.
It was all just, this is what I want.
It's someone with a deep knowledge.
Yes.
Of a specific thing that they know about what they want. Yeah.
And it's crazy how when you have that, you create an environment that other people like, I want to go there. I'm still going there, driving 20 minutes to go to the gym because they have the stuff that I want that's set up the way I want it to be set up. It's just a great experience.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend more money to go to a place that's closer to me that is set up worse. I'm going to make the drive and go there and enjoy it. The caution that I'll give, the weird thing that happened, my uncle talks about this, is I have an uncle who is a painter, like a restorative painter at the university here. He plays golf, he fishes, he has these hobbies, he mountain bikes, all this stuff. And he was telling me about this friend he has who loved fishing. Yeah. Loved fishing, right? Yeah, I told you this.
I think
and
so, yeah.
he set up his own fishing store with rods and bait and all this stuff, tackle boxes, whatever. And that was his job. And what would happen is he was around it so much that when he wasn't working, instead of going to fish, he'd go play golf. He loved fishing, so he started a fishing place. And now that he has the fishing place, when he's not working, he goes and plays golf in his free time. He doesn't fish anymore because he's surrounded by it too much. So like, there's something to be said about like a symbiotic relationship of what your money-making task is and what your entertainment field or task or
like what you do for personal enjoyment
activity is.
Yeah.
Your money-making activity and your entertainment activity need to somehow be symbiotic.
Yeah.
And so like what happened, and how I kind of learned this first was actually very young. I was 17 and I was getting a tour of the architecture building at Virginia Tech. And the guy who gave me the tour said, if you're going to come to, Michael Ehrman, inventor of, oh God damn it, one of the studying things for the architecture licensure exams. Orange book, blue book, God, I don't know, whatever. He said, the most important thing, if you're going to go to architecture school and invest all this money to go to school for 5 years and do this rigorous program that's going to end up give you a job that doesn't pay you that much, okay, if you're going to go through all that, the most important thing is that you love architecture. But the second most important thing is that you have another thing that you love to do that you can do after architecture And after you do that thing, doesn't matter what it is. It could be like drinking, it could be going out, it could be like lifting weights, playing sport, whatever, watching TV for hours. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as that second thing, whenever you're done doing that, re-energizes you. You now have energy to go back to the studio and go back to architecture. If you have that symbiotic relationship, you will be successful. And so that's kind of how I've thought about life now in a way, now that I have a job and I have things. It's like I had this kind of fallacy that my job was going to completely fulfill all of my creative needs.
Yeah, it's so rare that happens.
And that's why you go to architecture school, because you're like, okay, I love architecture and it doesn't pay well, but I'm going to just absolutely love my job.
Does it not pay well? I guess it pays well if you're like a super, like
good.
one of the big,
Yeah.
like if you're like Frank Lloyd Wright or something.
Yeah, maybe eventually. I mean, I'm making like, but I mean, there's people, I mean, you know, I've got friends in tech making 200, 300,
Sure,
whatever. Like,
yeah,
there's
yeah,
other things that you
right,
can do. I mean, if you're like a smart person, you can take other avenues and make way more money.
For sure.
So
for sure.
it's sort of a thing where like, I realized that my job actually is not going to completely satisfy all my creative needs. And so again, I'm in this sort of mindset of a symbiotic relationship where I have my money-making activity and my entertainment activity, and my entertainment activity needs to give me enough energy and time to go back to my job and my money-making activity. And my money-making activity can't sap away the things that I need to go enjoy, the things I want to enjoy. Because ultimately, whatever my job, whatever my money-making activity is going to influence what I want to do. I mean, you think about like these people who are in the hospitality. If you're doing a money-making activity that involves hospitality, that involves being social, dealing with people, what happens is you're like people-pleasing all the time, and you get so drained that now when you're out of work, you become an asshole. And you're like, I don't want to see anybody. I want to go sit on the couch or be by myself or watch a movie or do something. This is the kind of person I want to be now, because of who I have to be when I'm at my other activity. I mean, when I was doing landscaping, I'd get so tired. I would literally get home from that. I would get 4 or 5 beers, drink 3 of them, go up to the pool, jump in the pool, drink 2 more, come home half drunk, eat dinner with my parents, and then go down to the basement and play video games in the air-conditioned basement for a couple hours, and then go to bed and go do it all over again.
Sounds nice,
that was my routine.
Yeah.
That was like the coping mechanism that I had to do.
This is just an interjection, but isn't it crazy? Like whenever I hear that kind of stuff, because I was going through this when I was working in the sales job. Imagine if that was the rest of your life.
It could have been.
Is it like? But is like. That seems like not like good life though, right?
Maybe I could behave that way because I knew that my life would change eventually.
Yeah.
So I could cope in more radical ways because there was an end in sight.
I think that was
that's possible.
That was like an interjection of it was like a kind of squirrel moment. But anyway, I mean,
some people do live that way.
Yeah.
Some people are picking up a 6-pack or a 12-pack on their way home from work.
Yeah, I mean that idea to me is just so viscerally like
it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time.
It's so like, what's the word? It gives me like an allergic like reaction almost. Like when I think of that idea of like I mean this is an influential quote from maybe a lecture or a talk that Alan Watts gave. I mean forever ago. I don't know when this is even from. I don't even know when he was around. I'm guessing the 70s. He has that vibe. You know Alan Watts?
Heard the name.
He's like a philosopher guy. And there's some quote, something he said in a talk he gave where he was talking about this idea of, you know, how we spend our life, and that so many of us are caught up in this thing of doing a job that we hate so that we can go on living to go on doing this job
that we hate,
that we don't like doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we go to work so we can afford house, food, place to sleep, so we can, you know, eat, sleep, and be sheltered. And then, you know, pay for a car and gas, we can go to work. and then we can go home to our, and pay for our house and food.
Oh, yes.
And then go to work.
I think I saw that quote. Yeah.
And it's like what, like this like cycle of it's like it's like a dog chasing its tail. It's like shouldn't you ask like, hey, what are you doing? But you're just caught in this cycle of like doing a thing that you hate so that you can survive to do the same thing tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, that idea, I just like whenever I feel a hint of that, I have just like a visceral reaction because
right.
I don't know. I think I had a real serious confrontation with that when I was in the sales job.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that was like one of the lowest points in my life. Like, I mean, I was making a lot more. I mean, I was like pretty young. I was making a good amount of money.
Yeah.
But it was like, I was so unfulfilled, underutilized. I was in the wrong position. Like my skills were not being flexed.
Yes.
And my weaknesses or areas that I was not interested in were like what was being required of me. And I just imagined, and it was just like exhausting in all the ways. Like,
yeah.
It was mentally exhausting. At the time I was very into, I would watch a ton of, and I still do now, but I would watch a ton of like lecture series or talks on various topics. And I would just be so tired and drained from the mental work that I was doing and just, the kind of spiritual draining that it was doing to me that, I couldn't really engage with the things that I wanted to listen to, or I was doing a lot of writing at the time too. And I just didn't have brain space and my soul was like crushed.
Yes. Your soul gets crushed.
And I was imagining, there was a guy who I'd worked pretty closely with who was, in his maybe 50s ish or something. He'd been working there for like a couple decades. He's been working there for a while in a sales job. And I kind of imagined myself like from where I was then at like 21 or something, or 20 maybe. And imagine myself being 50.
Oh God.
I imagined myself at the way that I was feeling then at 20 for 30 years feeling that way. And I'm like, I would not make it.
No.
I just extrapolated out, like, what does my life look like?
Yeah.
And I imagine like his life and the other people in the office, like what their lives are like. And I'm like, that, like this way, and the way that I was living then too was like this kind of, go to work and, be mentally and spiritually drained. It was that cycle of like, I was doing something, I was going to work so I could, go on doing the thing that I didn't like doing. And I just extrapolated that out and I'm like, this is like, there's not an option. So, eventually I quit, but
it's no option.
Yeah, it was, I just had a very visceral experience with that. So I don't know, whenever it comes up, I don't know. I just feel some type of way about it, I guess.
Yeah. But that's the interesting thing is like, whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what job you have. The point I'm trying to get at is, again, like the symbiotic relationship of no matter what your job informs your behavior when you're not at work.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of select your job, not based solely on the job, but based on the life that you're going to build around the job.
Right. Yeah.
It's so weird how, I get, my parents, like, are you an alcoholic? You're just coming home and drinking, all these beers before dinner every single day, living this way, I was swimming in the pool. I was jumping in my neighbor's pool every day after, I was allowed to do that. Nice. Imagine I'm just like,
just some drunk
like,
kid.
damn it, he did it again.
Yeah, just every day. Is
he in the pool again?
They just accept it at that point. Yeah.
No. It was, my aunt who lived next door.
Okay.
But it's so weird how that was part of my routine was getting in the pool after work. And as soon as I got a job, a corporate job in an air-conditioned office, now it's like I've been in 69, 70 degrees all day wearing a long sleeve shirt. I go out and I'm like, God, I just want to see the sun.
Right, yeah.
I want to go for a run. I want to sweat. I want to
True.
exercise.
True.
I want to go dig in the dirt and dig a hole.
Right.
You know, that's what I want to do now. I mean, when I had that was what I did my whole first summer. Like when I was landscaping, I was coming home beat as fuck every day. And then when I was in the office, I was coming home and landscaping. I was in my parents' yard digging holes, playing in the mulch, trying to like take advantage of as much sunlight as I possibly could.
Yeah.
And I wasn't drinking, or maybe I was having a couple.
You're still drinking.
Yeah, still a couple beers, like doing like the landscaping and stuff. But my whole life changed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all, and so now that I have that perspective, I'm looking at the job that I have and all of the ramifications of my free time outside of that. And that's what you have to weigh. I mean, dude, I've been thinking in terms of what you're saying about like being useful, dude. I just found out today that my the university that I Virginia Tech, is currently hiring. They're trying to hire new faculty to teach beginning studio, and they're paying $80 to $90K minimum. I think I could argue them up to 100.
Wow. You're thinking about pursuing that?
I don't know, because I'm thinking about my whole life.
Yeah.
What does my whole life routine look like in terms of this symbiotic relationship of what am I doing after work? What am I energized to do? What am I not energized to do? What community am I surrounded by? I'm thinking about all these things. I'm not getting distracted by the paycheck. I'm thinking about what am I going to lose? I'm losing. It's just a whole different lifestyle.
Yeah.
That would happen if I took that on.
Yep.
But I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it goes again to like the thing of like, I mean, I don't feel like my muscles are being flexed at the job that I'm at right now.
Right.
And I've come to terms with that for some reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have this kind of dream to eventually be getting paid for the thing that I think I'm good at, you know?
Yeah. Well, which is what? What is that to you? I mean,
Well,
there's a couple
maybe
things,
this podcast will finally get some freaking sponsors, and we can start, talking about things that get your dick hard,
right?
Or things that
we should do
some Blue Chew.
Yeah, we should do some mock-up ads or something at some point.
Yeah. Some BetterHelp.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to start doing some ad reads, dude.
If anyone works for BetterHelp who's listening,
is that what I don't even know. What do you think would be
a sponsor?
Based on what we've said so far, who would be a
well fit sponsor?
A good fit.
I don't know.
For a sponsor. What have we talked about?
Bear paints.
Bear paint for sure. We'll talk about bear paint.
No one's buying their paint,
but no one's
going to
buy
podcast
that.
recommendation.
None of our listeners.
But they should sponsor us anyway, out of the goodwill of their heart.
I tried to get in contact. No, they didn't even want to talk to me.
Did you really contact Bear?
Yeah.
About
what? I've got people there that I'm in connects with.
Didn't you? Yeah, you had something to work with them. Yeah. Okay.
So I've got connects with that. No. So Bear, that's a good thought though.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned. We should reach out to like local places. I forgot who mentioned that. One of my friends. But I don't know.
Shout out like.
Yeah.
I mean, I buy a
Alto.
Alto. Yeah, I do a
China Cafe. We just said China Cafe earlier.
Yep. Possibilities.
Yeah.
But that's just like, I mean, how many listeners in Syracuse do we have? I don't know.
I don't know.
Not more than 100.
No, not more than 100.
Yeah. So I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I mean, there's good things about my life and my situation right now that I'm just kind of. But yeah, so you've been thinking about yours.
Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about it for a long. I mean, kind of since like.
Okay.
So
that's a step in the right direction.
That's a step in the right direction.
I mean, this is getting the same sort of thing. It's like when I graduated from college, I went back home. I've got younger sister, younger brother. They're still going through their stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'll go home. I'll live with my parents. We've all got a good relationship. My cat is there. I'll go live with them and kind of oversee like the rest of, they're kind of my brother and sister's development. Just be connected with the family for a little bit before I go do my own thing. And I lived with them for 2 years and they didn't want me to go. They wanted me to stay. They're like, you have a room here. You're not paying rent, Why would you just save money? Why would you go somewhere else? We love you. We'll do grocery shopping. It's easy. You're around, you have your space, we'll let you come and go as you want. All these good things. And rationally, it's like, yeah, I should probably stay. And I got to a point where I realized they're not going to kick me out. They're enabling me. And if I allowed myself to be enabled, I could live with them probably till I'm 30. Yeah. I could have done that, I bet.
Yeah.
Which sucks then, because it's like, okay, now I have to move out of my own volition. That's a word, right? Volition?
Yeah.
I have to move out of my own volition. I have to kick myself out. I have to kick myself in the butt. I have to be a self-starter, which is tough.
Yeah.
And in a way, and to do that, I have to give up free rent, hanging around my cat, not having to do grocery shopping. I have to go into arguably a worse situation.
A less convenient one.
A less convenient one, which is like, how do you justify doing that? I have to make the decision. I have to consciously make arguably a bad decision for, you have to kind of start seeing what are the other benefits, Now I can do dating easier. I'm a more respectable adult. I can do all this stuff. I can kind of start my own life, figure out what it's like to live on my own. All these things. It's like, what is the value of these? It's like looking at a painting and figuring out what is the value of a painting. It's like so kind of arbitrary. It's not X's and O's. It's not numbers, and it's not like the dollars in your bank account. It's these other factors of like what it means to grow up and be an adult.
Yeah. That is the biggest one. Growing up and being an adult. The one of the biggest benefits of something like that, like moving out, living on your own, or anything that's like uncomfortable. The reason I brought up convenience is because I think convenience is a thing that holds us back in a lot of ways.
It does.
It's like it's because it's comfortable and it makes you want to.
You have reason to stay, and so I guess where I'm getting at
you have
with
reason
this
to not progress.
is I was looking at my other friends that I was a little bit envious of a friend who, I've got a friend whose dad died. His mom is living alone in like a nowhere kind of area. There's nothing around. And basically this guy, my friend, has no reason to go back home. So he's like, fuck it. I'm going to the city. I'm moving to Chicago. I'm living in the city and I'm starting my life off rip after graduating. And he did it and he's doing it and it's awesome and he's doing great. And part of me is like, in a way, he kind of got kicked out. And I'm just like, damn it. Like maybe part of me kind of wishes I had a reason to be kicked out. And that's what I'm thinking about. Like I'm relating this to your scenario where it's like, maybe you wish your dad was just like, hey, you suck at this. Go figure it out. This is not the thing for you. That would be kind of a relief for you because you'd be like, damn, like I can do my own path now. I don't have to be comfortable. I don't have to make this work.
Yeah.
I can go find another thing that maybe fits me a little bit better.
Right.
That would be kind of a relief maybe.
It would, but also
to get fired?
Yeah. No, I totally agree with that. It would be in a lot of ways. Obviously it's
a weird
problematic
thing.
in a lot of ways.
You have to kick yourself out.
Right. Yeah. I think overall that's a better. I think overall the things I'll learn from that as a lesson would be better from getting kicked out. Although maybe either way, I would take a lesson from it.
It's like you need it. You would, yeah.
But like I think either way, like if I were to be fired, I think I would learn from it and I would gain benefits from it. If I were to leave of my own volition, I think I would gain things from it. I would learn, like I would build the capacity to be able to, like
walk away from a situation that's not entirely bad, but that's not the best.
Yeah, right, exactly. I think that's a good thing. It's a good thing to get comfortable with.
Yeah.
Or maybe it never gets comfortable, but it's a good thing to.
It's like you're taking initiative.
Be able to confront.
Yeah.
It's. Really, what it is it's like it's becoming stronger. That's what the thing of moving from your parents' house, like one of the biggest benefits there is you build your capacity. You grow in your capacity
to do things on my own. And to take the initiative.
Yeah.
That was big.
Yeah, it might be, I don't know if you could even count or or it might even recognize like all the things that you've learned and have become competent to be able to do and handle as a result of not having your parents do it for you or not having to even think about certain things, you know?
I know how to roast vegetables in the oven now.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a good thing because like your parents aren't going to be around forever to roast you vegetables.
Right.
So it's like,
I can roast my own vegetables
you
in
know,
the oven.
you can roast damn vegetables. You made them one time for me. It was very tasty.
Oh, dude, yeah. What was it? The Brussels sprouts or something? What did we make?
I don't think it
What
was.
did
I wouldn't
broccoli.
eat
The
those.
broccoli.
I think it was broccoli.
Dude.
The broccoli was banging, dude.
It was so good.
It was banging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I forget exactly where we were coming from, but yeah, I mean, building like doing uncomfortable things to build capacity is like, I mean, I think that's like, if there's something you want to orient your life around, I mean, I think it's like be useful and do that. Like do uncomfortable, like on the other side of like discomfort and challenge is like the better version of you.
Whoa.
You know?
On the other side of discomfort and challenge is the better version of you.
Yes, dude.
That's nice, dude.
It's true. I feel like I probably ripped that from somewhere, but I think it's a combination of a couple quotes, but it's true, dude. It's true.
I think this kind of loops back to the beginning of what we were saying too about like the male affectance thing. The reward that you get for doing something that requires sacrifice. I mean, there's a quote that says the value of something is what you give up to get it.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why I've fallen in love with painting, I think, is that male affectance thing. It's like the things that we have in life, was it Palmer Luckey said, I think, or no, who was it? Jack Mallers said, energy is the currency of the universe. Energy is the currency of the universe. And so what you want to do is, what you have is energy, you want to find a way to channel it into something that is transactional or is valuable or is something that you can like use to make money. And what I love about painting is I can go to the canvas and I can work on it and I can expend energy and time and literally see the result of that energy and time and hold on to it and come back to it day after day, put it in a closet, put it, behind other paintings, and then take it back out again. And I have this thing that is a representation of my time and energy. I'm obsessed with it. It's like I have it. It's right here.
Right.
It's not gone.
I think that's one of the big elements of why physical work is so satisfying. Digging a hole.
Right. You see the results of your time and energy.
Yeah.
You have a thing in front of you.
Right.
It's evidence.
Yeah. It's physical proof.
That's what the paintings are. It's like I'm painting in a way that is evidence of human existence. That's the thing too, is it's got to have like a human element. A hole is like, how many shovels full of dirt did it take you to dig that hole? How many bricks did you have to stack to make that wall? When you're talking about impactful architecture, there has to be some dialogue between the scale of the objects that the architecture was created with and the scale of the human body.
Yeah.
And when you look at a huge fucking wall that was made out of these tiny bricks that fit the size of a human hand, what is communicated to you is the human power that was required to build that wall.
Yeah, it's like cathedrals.
Oh my God. And that's what makes you feel something.
Yeah. It's like impossible, but they did it somehow.
You're just like, whoa. And that was human. That was people.
Yeah.
It hits.
Yeah.
So I want to paint cathedrals in a way. I want these paintings to be cathedrals that just hit you in a human way that speaks to human creation.
Yeah. It reminds me a little bit of the one I was thinking of a minute ago, is the one we saw at the Everson today with the little like lines.
Yeah,
it was the one in the small hall. I wonder if we can get a picture of that. I would love to show that. Maybe I'll go back and look at it.
Yeah,
but,
I think I added her. I requested to follow her on Instagram.
Oh, the artist you found? Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in my search. Yeah.
Nice.
We can Google her. Yes.
Yeah,
she was slaving away with those lines.
Yeah, these little tiny freaking. I don't even know. They look like they're out of like a squeeze tube or something. I don't know.
It just said colored pencil and graphite. Is all it was.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
no. I'm talking about not the vertical lines.
Wow, damn. Look at that. Talking past each other.
Different
again.
one.
God
No,
damn.
the one
Okay.
in the hallway where the guys were standing behind us. We were talking about. I said part of it looks like a Ninja Turtle.
That's the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Dude, why do I hate it when we do this? When we just freaking, I'm on one wave, you're on another wave.
No. There's two different paintings that both had lines.
Okay. You're talking about that one.
Yeah, because that one. I mean, both of those actually. That's a good example too. The one you're talking about, the greens.
Yeah.
Well, both of those are like a bunch of little marks. Someone took a bunch of time to do.
Yeah.
The one you're talking about is I saw like on the whatever was written next to it. It's like thousands of these lines.
Apparently, yeah.
Thousands of these lines. And yeah, the time that it takes to make those, like it communicates something. There's like it's similar with like any kind of like gestural work, like de Kooning or Pollock. They kind of evoke in your physiology like the feeling of what it would be like to make those moves.
Exactly.
You know, there's a physiological relationship you
Images
have with them.
impress attitudes upon the body. That's a quote from Body, Memory, and Architecture by Kent C. Bloomer. Images impress attitudes upon the body. Images being anything that your eye is looking at. It could be space, it could be architecture, it could be a painting hung on a wall. There's an attitude, like your
What does that mean, attitude, in that context?
I think it's like your body is trying to mimic the human actions that were required to make the thing that you're looking at.
Yeah.
You're trying to somehow have a physical relationship to how this thing came to be.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something that I wonder how you compare something. I'm thinking about like a tree. Think about like a sequoia tree. Not made by humans. No bricks. Nothing, no scale element to relate to, really. How do you, and maybe that's why those are so like profound or impressive. That's the other thing that this gets at, is like there's this idea of the sublime, which we've talked about, which is like the vast scale of something that just doesn't seem to proportionally relate to the human, that makes you be like, holy shit, this thing is like massive. It's making me feel small. It's kind of large and scary and almost incomprehensible. Or how did they do something of that? How is this thing? And maybe that's even more impactful when you know it's something that doesn't occur naturally. You're like, whoa, humans made this, but I can't really even comprehend how they were able to do it.
Yeah.
That could be kind of impactful too.
Yeah, there's like an awe element to it.
One of the things that really made me feel that, I think, so the type of architecture that this sort of approach is really appropriate for is memorials and monuments. And the one that really hit me is the 9/11 memorial, whatever you want to call it, in New York.
Oh, the big, like, the
pits.
The hole in the ground, is that what it is, right? Yeah, the pits,
and the water, oh my God,
Yeah.
it's like the scale of it.
Yeah.
And the size of it, you're just like, oh, a building used to be here, and now it's just water pouring down. It hits. It's emotional.
Yeah.
It really helps you kind of in the spatial, it's sublime, and it hits you, and you're like, whoa, I can kind of feel the gravity of what once was here. It's a beautiful solution, really elegant project.
Yeah.
Another one that's really good is I got to show you this. It's the Holocaust Memorial by Peter Eisenman.
Where's that?
It's in Berlin.
Were there physically?
No, I wish. I'd love to go. And basically what it is imagine all of these kind of coffin-shaped they're just rectangles that are maybe like 8 feet tall or 8 feet long, 8 feet by 4 feet. Rectangles of just like marble. And they're extruded to different heights, 4 feet high, 6 feet high, 2 feet high, 8 feet high. And they're spaced out maybe 3 feet apart, just wide enough for one person to walk between them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's a whole field of them in this grid
Is this outside or inside?
Outside.
Yeah, okay.
No roof, no nothing, just these marble extrusions, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 feet in this undulating maze that's huge. And so you can look down one way and you can look down another way and you go to the next one and the next one. And you get kind of lost in this maze and it gets quiet. It gets desolate. You're like, you feel alone and you're just surrounded by all these extruded, essentially corpses that are bodies that remind you of, the deaths of all these people. And I'm just like subsumed in this maze of all these just kind of representations of dead people. It's so impactful.
Yeah.
It's sublime.
I'm trying to think if I've experienced anything like that. Any places like that. The only one that I can think of that was anything like that is my first time in Arizona. Have you ever been out there out west?
Not the big West. I've been to California.
California might have some of this, depending on
Colorado, I guess, is kind of the big West.
Yeah, there might be some of this in Colorado. There's in Arizona. There's this. I mean, the whole thing is like a desert, basically, and maybe it's just because it's not a landscape I'm familiar with. You know, I'm in New York. It's like there's green trees and grass and stuff everywhere, and you go to Arizona and it's like dirt and big cactuses and little shrubs.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's basically like the entire landscape
It's
in
crazy.
a lot of areas.
Yeah.
In like the areas that are kind of wild still,
Yeah.
not like the city.
Yeah, there's people living there right now.
It's crazy, dude. I mean, like.
We're in the snow with all the freaking trees around us.
The fact that people, the company I work for is based out of Arizona, but so I've been out there. That's why I was out there. But
Yeah.
it's crazy people live there.
Right.
Anyway, it's not meant for humans. It's freaking outer space, dude.
Yeah.
It's an alien planet.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's kind of what I'm getting at with like the landscape there is so alien. There's like an undescribable. I don't know if it's sublime. Maybe it's more surreal. I don't really know the definition of sublime that well. I don't think, but there's the best way I can describe it is there's a surreal kind of unnaturalness, or it feels like it's a place you're not supposed to be.
I heard it's like a movie set.
Yes, that's what. Yeah, that's how I've described it. Maybe someone else has said that too. That's how it felt to me.
Yeah.
It felt like a movie set.
Yeah.
It feels not real. It
Yeah.
feels like a place I'm like not supposed to be.
Yeah, it's like quiet or weird. Or
It's-
nothing moves in the wind.
Yeah, there's
That's
some.
what it is. It's
There's
unanimated.
one of the things that I actually thought about that maybe it has to do with is it seems like it almost seems like there's no effective time there.
Right. That's what I'm saying. 'Cause nothing moves. Everything is still.
Everything
nothing
is
moves in the wind.
Everything is still and static. It seems like because in most of the world where it rains, I think a big part of it is water erosion. Honestly, like there's no. It's like it's like the moon. Everything's undisturbed.
Yeah. Nothing disturbs it.
It's very strange. That's why it feels like maybe like a place you're not supposed to be. It's because it's like no.
So you shouldn't move anything because nothing else is moving anything.
Well, it's almost like I shouldn't even be there because it's like nothing else is here.
Right.
It's like there's no.
There's no lawn to mow.
Yeah, everything just feels static. Like the cactuses, there's no wild overgrowth kind of like wildness there. It's just like everything. It's like the moon, dude.
That's crazy.
It feels like a place you're not supposed to be. It feels
Yeah.
unreal. It feels like a movie set.
Yeah.
And that feeling is so interesting to me. Like, I mean, we were when we were at
Sublime. Sorry.
maybe is it sublime? I feel like I don't know
No,
the
this
definition of
isn't
sublime.
sublime.
This is surreal.
Surreal.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about this a little bit at the Everson. Like, I forgot you were showing me an artist who was who had some surreal
Yeah.
art.
Yeah.
And
Caro.
I was saying there that like surrealism is a movement and like a style of art that I feel like I'm so interested in, but I feel like I just haven't seen done super well in like a lot of like a large scale. Like Dali is like the first one that comes to mind. Like Magritte. I mean, to be fair, I guess they do have some good stuff, but I want more of that. I want more exploration of that. And like those are the only two that I can think of that I really was super interested in. Some of the surreal stuff, like Rothko had like some early surreal stuff. I guess a lot of the abstract expressionists did, but it didn't do it for me. And I don't know what it is. I'm interested in that. Like Christopher Zetterstrand, which I showed you, is a Minecraft artist. He does some good stuff, some good surrealism type stuff. There's something about that feeling of like, there's like an unease, there's like a sense that you're not supposed to be seeing, or it's like something beyond your reality. I don't know. That's something interesting to me.
You want it to be explored more.
I guess so.
You don't want to explore it though?
No, I do. I do. I can't paint representationally.
Yeah.
I can't paint a chair. I mean, I could paint a chair, but it wouldn't look like a chair.
Why not?
It would look like a pictorial representation of a chair.
Why can't? Yeah, just try.
I guess I can.
Yeah.
And I haven't tried
But
it.
you don't want to.
I'm too afraid. It would be.
No, it's just like I
don't want to fail, dude.
It's not painful for you not to do it.
I think it would be painful for me to do it.
If you were really obsessed, you would feel so compelled. That's what I don't understand about people who paint like real things. I mean, Philip Guston talks about being in the studio and having a white canvas in front of him and not knowing what to paint, and he just looks around the room for some reason and starts painting things in the room that he's looking at. Mm-hmm. And he kind of gets obsessed with just, how do I paint a book? How do I paint a shoe? How do I paint a nail? How do I paint a clock?
Yeah.
And something about that was interesting enough for him. And I'm kind of trying to channel some of that. Like I have in my mind, like, you know, maybe part of this self-exploration that I'm doing through my painting requires me to figure out, how do I paint a book? How do I paint a vase? How do I paint a cup? What does it look like if I try to do that? Because I know it's not a matter of being good. It's a matter of how would I do it? And that becomes a reflection of me and my style and this and that. Like that could be something down the line that is relevant to what I'm trying to do. So, but I haven't done that yet because it's not eating me alive to do it. You know, I'm still in this world of, that's what I love about all this stuff. What it all comes back to is like, I don't believe it's a choice. A lot of the things we do, I don't believe are a choice. You
in a way, yeah.
You do the things that you feel the most compelled to do. And some people are compelled to do things that other people aren't. So you just kind of, I'm for whatever reason, I mean, God damn it, dude. I wish I was compelled to play guitar. I've said this. I want to be a guitarist. I want to be the lead singer of a band. I want to be playing guitar or playing drums or even fucking playing. I can play bass. I'll play bass, dude. Like, just get me on stage, playing, making sounds, and seeing people have a great time to those sounds.
Yeah.
But I'm just,
good.
Nothing is telling me to do that, so I don't.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty much fine not doing that.
Yeah. Dude, I need a little bit of that energy, of that being fine with not doing stuff. That's the difficulty.
What is so wrong with that? I mean, you have to, like, you only have so much time. You have to at
I
some point.
I know, and it's just hard because there's so many things I want to do.
I mean, I'm the same way. You know, I have
it sounds like you have it, like you're a little bit more okay with it though, I guess. Or maybe it's just not eating you alive to go play bass.
I mean, that's an example of one thing that's not, but I mean, it's the whole thing of, I mean, I want to be, I mean, I still have my things that pull me apart. I have this thing on the wall that was by this girl that an artist I really like, and it says, I want to be the human, I want to be the snake and the tiger. I mean, I want to go do, I want to put 100% of my effort into AI and quantum computing. Mm-hmm. I would love to just get immersed into the world of quantum computing and put all of myself into it and navigate it. And I would just, God, I could lose myself in it. I could lose myself in physics. I could lose myself in poetry, probably.
Mm-hmm. You should do more writing, by the way. I like a lot of your writing.
I could.
Sorry, I didn't mean to pull you off to do a different thing now. But
I mean, I could just lose myself in these things. So it's again. I mean, it's the same sort of thing. It's like you just have to kind of cut ties with, like, you know, am I gonna make a good meal, or am I gonna go to the sauna, or am I gonna, you know, paint for a couple hours tonight? Am I gonna go to the gym?
Yeah.
Like, a day, that's, I think, the in terms of constraints of what I'm able to do, the thing I think I'm at war with the most is when I have to wake up and when I have to go to sleep and how much energy I have to do things I want to do. I get so pissed off because it's like, if I go work 9 to 5, bro, I want to read for 2 hours. I want to paint for 2 hours. I want to work out for 2 hours. I want to talk to my family for 2 hours. I want to paint. I want to cook. I want to eat for 2 hours. I want to do 10 things for 2 hours in the span of 5.
Yeah.
What the fuck do I do? And I have to sleep because I have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
So then sleeping becomes a systemized thing where it's like, okay, I do this for 2 hours, this for 2 hours, and now I have to, okay, right now, go. Sleep for 6 hours, go. Sleep right now for 6 hours, go. That's the mentality. Sleep for 6 hours right now, go. That's what I have to do.
Yeah.
And then wake up now, shower and go. Go to work now, go.
Isn't there something that's a little bit appealing about that? Life as a machine, as an optimizing machine, dude.
Yes, because I live that way. But at the same time, it's like I'm getting anxiety. I'm getting anxiety.
About
go to sleep now, go.
Well, yeah, I mean that you can't do. I mean, you can't force yourself to go to sleep.
No, right.
That's
wake up now, go. Eat now, go. Shower now, go.
You gotta do the Sleepy Scientist.
Yeah,
Sponsor.
Yeah. I have a meditation app that I actually have fallen asleep to a couple times. Yeah.
Nice.
Like a little deep breathing kind of contemplation exercise.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know, because then you go back and forth. Where it's like, the metaphorical Saturday is like, I have open schedule all day to do whatever I want by when, and I value my time less, because the one of the things I like about work, that I like about having my 9 to 5 job, is it's like edging. It's like I'm building up something. I'm building up this energy of like I'm sitting at my desk, and all day I'm just like, fuck it, I just can't wait to, like, I want to just go paint, I want to go read, I want to go work out. Like, I'm thinking about all the things that I want to do after work, while I'm at work. I'm building this sort of kind of momentum or this energy so that finally when I'm released, when it's like 5:30, 6 o'clock, I can leave now. It's like, okay, let's go do all the things that I want to do that I've been waiting to do. Like, I'm gonna go paint now. I'm gonna be so intentional about the next 6 hours that I have available to me,
right?
Because it's arrived finally. Where it's like it's crazy. I'll have Saturday and Sunday, and I won't paint for 2 days. It's like I'll hang out with friends. I'll fuck around. I'll read. I'll do laundry. I'll clean the dishes. I'll clean the toilet. I mean, I'll do things that maybe are fairly productive, but it's like I somehow lose track of other things that I'm trying to move forward with. It's this really weird thing.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's like you reminded me of when we went to the museum today. You were seeing some stuff, and you're like, it was getting you fired up to want to make stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I think there needs to be some, like, to create stuff, I think there needs to be something that kind of kicks you in the pants. I mean, that can come from a bunch of different places. It might come from work. Like, you're at work and you're like trying to escape a little bit, and you're like, your mind is like, what else could I be thinking about? What else could I be doing? Like,
I love it. I have all my best ideas when I go to a boring presentation. Mm-hmm. When I go to the most boring presentation, I'm forced to sit in a chair, and I'm in a room with a bunch of other people, and I can't leave because I'll look like an asshole. Mm-hmm. So I have to sit there. I have all the best ideas. It's crazy.
Yeah. You need something to push against or respond to, I feel like, or, I mean, I guess that's maybe different than what we were talking about with the work thing.
No, similar.
But yeah, I mean, with the work thing, I've noticed that for myself. Like, when there were periods where, what I think a big part of it is this is advice that I think about from Casey Neistat, who's a YouTuber. They have talked about.
Yeah.
He was honestly very influential on me in a lot of ways. And one of the things that he said that I think I rejected for a long time, and I think at least I'm coming around to unreject or accept, I guess is the word, he had this idea that if you really want to be great at something, something like this, if you really want to be great at something, you should get a job that you absolutely hate.
Okay.
Because it will create in you a fire and a passion to escape that, and at any cost.
Oh, I love that.
And you will channel all this energy into, whatever this passion is that like you need to make happen.
That's
it's
brilliant.
a matter of survival.
That's brilliant.
And I think it is too now.
Are you feeling that? Do you have a job that you hate? I think you're like in the middle, kind of.
I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I mean, it's certainly not as bad as when I was at my sales job, and that was like the low.
Yeah. You did sales?
It wasn't really even sales. I mean, I would have actually liked sales, I think.
Yeah.
If it was, I think. I mean, if it was actually what sales is, because I think I probably could have gotten really good at it. I mean, my dad was, and I guess still is. He just hasn't done it in a while. He had a sales consulting business. He's like very well versed in sales.
Yeah.
He's very, very knowledgeable and experienced.
Yeah.
And I think I probably would have done well in it. But my job, it was not sales. It was like, it was nominally sales, but it was like the actual work I was doing was not sales.
Yeah.
But anyway, when I was in that job, like I had such an ambition to escape that. And I mean, that's like,
Yes.
that's what started me taking music seriously, honestly.
Fuck yeah.
Like I was, after high school, so towards the end of high school, I was considering, I didn't think I was going to go to college. My plan was basically start a band, make music. That's what I wanted to do. Maybe that's what I should have done, dude. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe. I don't know. But that was my plan. And I was talking to one of my friends about it, or I was talking about that I'm not going to college. And one of the teachers, the band director, Mr. Cavanis, overheard me. And he was like, Cam, you're not going to college? Is that what you just said? I'm like, yeah, no. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, I just want to like start a band, and I just don't want to like waste time on school. Like I like the stuff I want to learn, I'll learn on my own. Because to be fair, I mean, I was doing a lot of learning on my own. Like I did, and I still do listen to a ton of educational material.
Yeah.
And he was like, he's like, Cam, you're smart kid, whatever. You should like you should be going to school. And I'm like, yeah, but like I just don't think like if I'm starting a band, like I don't need to go to school for that. Like I can just like start a band on my own. And he was like, well, even if the stuff you're learning there is not really like stuff you care about, like you're going to learn something probably, but also the biggest thing is you're going to meet people that are like-minded and maybe you could start the band with. I think is literally what he said. But to me, I heard like, oh, you could meet people who are like aligned with you and like want to do the same shit you want to do, which is what got me to go to college so anyway, I went for music, and after school, I did 1 year at OCC and realized I didn't know what I wanted to do with music actually. And so I ended up getting this job. Eventually I got into the sales jobs. And at the time, I remember in the warehouse, I had kind of dropped my music dream. I remember specifically a time in the warehouse where I felt like that pull was hurting me so bad because I wasn't doing it that I decided to give it up, which I so deeply regret because I actually think that it closed off a part of my mind that I'm still trying to get back.
Whoa.
Like, I think there was a part of my mind that was so much more creative and open and generative that I think I literally like severed a little bit. Whoa. Or I mean, I think I pretty substantially severed that. And I think I'm still fighting to get that back, to be totally honest.
Yeah, wow. This is coming out. Damn.
Yeah, and where was I going? So I moved into the sales job, and that was like such a bad pain. That pain was even worse, and for whatever reason, the pain of that kickstarted me. It got me. What I was saying earlier about thinking about like what can my life be long term? Like, can it be this? And I was like, absolutely not. So I'm like, what can my life be? And, you know, I kind of remembered like the thing that I loved, which is making music. And that pain of working that job, that like the misery, soul crushing pain that I was in that job is what got me to buy Ableton and start making music, which I mean, I could look back at it now and like, it's not great, but it got me on a trajectory.
Yeah.
And, you know, the goal was to be doing film scoring
Get
and
a
stuff.
job that you hate
Yeah.
to fire you up to go do the thing that you love.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, and that, you know, there's a part of me that says I wouldn't choose to do that again, and maybe I wouldn't. But you know, the reality is that I think it did, in a roundabout way, bring a lot of good into my life. Even if, you know, I didn't end up doing film scores, at least thus far in my life, but I've made music. It's the things that I've explored and pursued have introduced me to a lot of different people that have been very beneficial, you know, to my life. Like I've built great relationships, collaborations, had great experiences. I've grown as a person, you know, and I wonder if I was a little more comfortable in a job, what I might have not done
Yeah.
with my life,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.